Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to Yamaha Live, where I'm here to test ride a couple of their demo bikes. I'm on an MT-09 SP and I'm on an MT-10, so sit back, relax and come along for the ride. Right, so today I'm at Yamaha Sycamore in Uppingham. Here's their test fleet. Let's see what demo bikes they've got to offer. So we've got a Tracer 9 GT, we've got a Yamaha Tenere 700, this is the rally version. We've got a scooter here, we've got an MT-09, an MT-07, we've got the MT-09 SP, this is the bike I'm going to be riding today. So we've got the Yamaha R7, we've also got the MT-10. So as soon as I've jumped off this MT-09 SP, I'm going to be straight onto this MT-10 for a ride on that as well. We've got the World Raid Tenere here as well, got the Yamaha X SR 900 and the little Yamaha R3. Right, so the MT-09 SP 890cc inline 3-cylinder, producing 117 horsepower and 93 newton meters of torque. So we've got 180 B55 B17 rear tyre on, and in the front we've got a 120 B70 B17 and a seat height of 825mm. At 5'9", I can get my feet flat on the ground.
There's only 4 modes, so 4's like a wet mode, 1 is full power.
Okay.
So I'll leave it on 1 for you.
Yeah, we need it on 1. It's nice and dry today.
Press the fuel gauge, mileage, nice and easy. Cruise control, if you did want to use it, turn it on, get the button from up there.
Okay.
When you set it, touch the brakes or the throttle, it will cancel it. If you don't want it on, just turn it off.
Sure.
Any questions, give me a shout. No worries.
Brilliant. Cheers, James.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much. Okay, guys, so here we go. Super excited. So the MT-09 SP, so that's our lead rider. We all go out as a group, and like I say, these days are absolutely fantastic because it's just so fun. Obviously the weather's good today, which helps. I've got it in kind of race mode. I've got the guy next to me here on the R7, got an MT-07, MT-09. I think pretty much we're all going out. Okay, so let's try and filter around. Well, right, so let's find out where these controls are. Oh, I just made it through. I think everybody's just jumping the red light. So, right, initial thoughts when you first jump on the bike. Yeah, nice and comfortable. Nice riding position. It doesn't feel like a big bike. It feels very light, to be fair. I mean, I have just jumped off my Multistrada to get over here, so anything is going to feel a bit lighter, but it'll be interesting when we get a little bit of a move on, just to see what this bike can do, see how well it turns, see how good the brakes are, see how plush this SP suspension is. So yeah, initially just getting on the brakes there into this first roundabout. They feel good. It's really comfortable. The seat's comfortable. It feels like it's got some go in it. I've got my air jacket on today, and you can only wear these sort of jackets on hot days. It's about 19-20 degrees today, but God, that wind's quite refreshing. There's a guy in front of me here on one of their scooters. I don't know the brand of that, but I think it's got a decent sized lump of an engine in, like a 550 or something like that. So like James said at the dealership there, he just went through a few basic modes and settings with me. It goes from 1 to 4, 1 sort of being your sporty mode, 4 being like a wet mode. As it's nice and dry today, you know, we'll get it in, we've got it in 1. I don't think you can change through the modes on this whilst you're on the fly. So what it's in now is what I'm kind of sticking with, really. And I think we're... Oh yeah, just accelerating off there. This bike's got some go in it. I mean, 117 brake horsepower, is that enough for the roads? I think it probably is in today's world. It's just sort of going through the gearbox. The quick shifter's pretty smooth, to be fair. I think you've got to keep the revs right to obviously engage the gear, but it does work nice and smooth. I mean, I do like the quick shifter. It's dropping into the gears very nicely. Obviously, being a naked bike, you do cop the wind. It's a lovely day, but it is a little bit windy. What I'm going to do is just drop it down a couple of gears. Again, nice and then just open it up. Yeah, I tell you what, it has got some go in it. We're only operating at about 6,000 RPM at the minute. There's plenty left. That mid-range torque on this bike is so nice. We have got it in, like I say, race mode, or we have got it in mode 1, which is basically, you know, the throttle response is so smooth but responsive. I honestly didn't expect the bike to feel this powerful. 890cc, yes, it's a big middleweight engine, but that mid-range just absolutely goes like stink through the gears. I'm really pleased with the riding position. I don't feel like there's any weight on my shoulders or on my arms. The electronics on this SP version is like superb. It's got everything you'll ever need. I think it's got slide control, wheelie control, that 6 IMU access. So on the front forks we've got the KYB suspension, on the back we've got the Öhlins. It feels absolutely plush enough. Let's give it full throttle! Oh yeah! I don't think you can have any problems if you want to wheelie this machine. So the Yamaha Sycamore dealership is basically in Uppingham, which is in Rutland. If you don't know where Rutland is, it's the smallest county in the UK. Rutland Water, massive reservoir there just around the corner from here. Some beautiful roads around here. As for the screen, you've got a 3.5 inch TFT. I think that's about 3.5 inch. That's what she said. All the information's there for to be seen. I tell you what, the brakes work well. I'm quite surprised actually. You know, you always compare to rainbows. These things kind of work. They stop the bike. They're good enough. I always think when I ride bikes, you know, what could you upgrade? What would you want to do? And I'm not so sure about this one. Seems to have got everything you want. The electronics are all there. You've got things like cruise control, which I don't think you get that on the non-SP version. The mirrors work well, the viewing's good, they're not shaking, the engine's nice and smooth, and it's really responsive in all the gears, to be honest. You can turn this bike so quick. I feel like I'm on like a 400 or something, but with a power of 1,000. It's just like, yeah, the suspension is nice. Like I said, it's got Öhlins on the rear. I don't know why they don't put Öhlins on the front, but it works. Everything's adjustable. And like on any bike really, when you buy a bike, the one thing people don't do is get the suspension set up for them, and you should do really. It does make a world of difference. For 117 brake horsepower, it's really responsive, really quick, the engine's smooth, the brakes work well, the suspension's good. Right, let's talk price. We all need to know how much these things are. I think off the top of my head, if I remember correctly, £11,200. And that is for the SP one. Yeah, I think this bike would be good on the track as well. Yeah, I'd say it is a fairly hard ride. We are on bumpy roads, you know what I mean? So, but like I say, I think if you've got that suspension dialed in to suit your weight, then it definitely feels connected to the road, that's for sure. I mean, all the controls are nicely set out. I think there's not too much that looks overly complicated. I think it's always difficult when you go on like a test ride or a demo bike. For the length of time you're kind of on it, like all bikes, they're heavily laden with electronics. I don't think a lot of people truly understand what they all do, but as long as you've got your traction controls there for different sort of, you know, weather conditions, then I think a lot of bikes you just jump on them and ride them really. So if you're an inline 3 890cc, it really does pick up quick. There's no lag, there's no lag in the throttle. It's instant power, and it's smooth. Yeah, guys, this bike is super fun. I think anybody thinking of buying one of these is not going to be disappointed. I'm just about to jump on the MT-10, so stick around, and at the end of the video I'm going to tell you which one I think is best. Okay, now it's time to go ride the MT-10. You've got like these air intakes here, so it scoops the air in. You can get a bit more engine noise. God, when you get on this, you get your adrenaline up. The same route again. I mean, this bike, the MT-10, this is the big brother. This is the 165 brake horsepower. I think it's 112 newton meters of torque. Generally is an absolute animal. And so riding position, as soon as you get in this one, your legs are pushed further on this huge 17 litre tank. You just know this bike is going to be an absolute animal. I mean, you can definitely feel that extra 20 kilos on the weight difference from the MT-09. I think that was weighed in at about 190 kilo. This is something like 210. I mean, it still feels pretty flickable. So I think the seat height on this one's about 10 mil more, coming in at about 835 mil. Again, my feet's flat down. You can definitely get some engine noise coming through these kind of air ducts here on the front. The controls are, you know, same sort of layout, got traction control like the 09 SP did. Everything's easily accessible. The screen's bigger. I mean, I have been trying out these quick shifters at lower speeds as well, which generally they don't tend to like, but this one's been okay. You've only got to touch that throttle and this thing just wants to chew the road up. It's also got the 190 rear tyre on it, like I said, the SP09 had the 180. I always find having no fare in these nakeds do tend to slow you down, which is a good thing on the road because it's easy to gain speed. So when you start getting battered at them higher speeds, it's kind of like lets you know to slow down. Whereas I think when you're on the sports bikes and you've got that aerodynamics, you can end up going a little bit too quick. I can smell weed. Inline 4 998cc, as I believe, is pretty smooth again. I mean, I do like the fact that Yamaha has stuck with that. That is absolutely fantastic. What I like about these naked bikes, with the upright position, you feel like you're planted on the road, you feel you're connected. Yeah, and I would seriously say you're going to have no problems if you want to wheelie this bike. Because you've got a bigger rev range, you can hold the gears a lot longer as well, which is kind of what you need, because when you drop off the throttle you have got a nice bit of engine brake in there as well. Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I mean, the brakes were pretty good. Like I said, they're not Brembo style EMAs, but they do the job they're supposed to do. So far, with the short time I've been on the bike, the suspension actually feels pretty good. And this bike sounds absolutely awesome when you open it up and you get that noise coming up through the air intake. Okay, so we're turning right here. I mean, once again, I think if you put this on the track, this would be a Silverstone track bike for sure. The MT-09, you could throw it around a little bit more without a shadow of a doubt. With this engine and all that mid-range power, you've got to treat this bike with respect. Be careful you don't end up losing your license on this, because the temptation is there to keep opening the throttle because it's such bloody good fun. Right, so I'm going to drop off the throttle a little bit and then we'll give it a bit of a, let's give it the beans. Jeez! Woo! Oh, this is a quick bike. Really, the suspension on the SP09 feels any different to this, to be honest. But you know, me being me, if I was going to buy the MT-10, then I would probably just spend that extra couple of grand and get the full Öhlins kit on it and go for the extras that comes with that package, just on the basis that you know, if you're going to go spend £14,200, which I believe this bike is around about that figure, you might as well go spend £16,500 and go get the SP one, really. I think I could probably ride the MT-09 SP quicker than this on the sense of round the roads. On the track, this would be the winner for me. For me, if you've been following my channel, you know I like doing track days, and it would probably have to be this one if I'm going to go on the track. If I had to take a bike home with me today, I would probably go for the MT-09 SP. On the basis it's lighter, it's more flickable, I think there's more than enough power for the roads. You know, either one you're going to lose your license if you're not careful. It's more controllable. Like I said, if you're going to do some big track days, get this. This is the beast on the track. and I think the other one would be more than capable of keeping up with any other bike out there. It'll all come down to rider ability. But yeah, I mean, like, you wouldn't think there was much difference in that 100cc. And let's face it, the MT-09 is still a beast of a bike. This is just an ultimate animal of a bike. And like I said, I think you know, a lot of the bikes getting into that hyper naked class is too much. But you know, being the male species, you can't help but want the biggest and the best. So on that note, I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Hit me up in the comments. I'm sure I can probably answer most of your questions. So all in all, guys, I've got to say I've had a fantastic day, and I just want to say a big thank you to Yamaha Sycamore for letting me ride these bikes today. And check them out, guys, if you're in the area, or check out Yamaha live. Get yourself on these demo days. Super fun, super friendly, and it really gives you a good test on the bikes. We've been going out for about 40 minutes on a bike, and you really do get a good feel for it. So hope you liked the video, guys. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Give us a like, and I'll see you in the next one.